music fades out. Yaqub Abdul Hakim. Hello and welcome back to the Snowflake SnowPro Core Certification In-Depth Training Podcast. This is episode 70 and I'm your host, Yaqub Abdul Hakim from BrightFlux. Today, we're diving deep into estimation functions and sampling in Snowflake, an essential topic for anyone aiming to ace the Snowflake certification exam. First off, estimation functions and sampling are critical tools in data analysis, especially when dealing with large data sets in Snowflake. These functions allow users to estimate the characteristics of entire data sets by examining a smaller, manageable subset of data, hence improving performance and reducing the amount of data processing required. Starting with estimation functions, Snowflake supports a variety of these, including approx, count, distinct. This particular function estimates the number of distinct items in a group, useful for understanding the breadth of your data without exhaustive counting. It's vital for data analysts to know this function as it significantly reduces query time compared to count, distinct. Another critical estimation function is approx percentile. It estimates the nth percentile of a data set. This function is invaluable for statistical analysis, allowing analysts to understand the distribution of their data without processing every single data point. Moving on to sampling, Snowflake offers several methods to sample data. One fundamental approach is using the table sample clause. This clause allows you to specify a percentage of rows or a fixed number of rows to retrieve from a table, effectively creating a sample of your larger data set. This is especially useful for performing preliminary analysis and tests on a smaller scale. Random sampling is another crucial method supported by Snowflake. It ensures that each item in your data set has an equal chance of being included in the sample. This method is critical for ensuring that the sample is representative of the whole, which is essential for accurate analysis. To use these features effectively, there are best practices to follow. For example, when working with approx, count, distinct, be mindful of the trade-off between speed and accuracy. Similarly, while employing table sample, consider using systematic sampling as an alternative for a more structured approach. In this episode, we'll further explore how these functions and methods can be leveraged for efficient data analysis, their implications on query performance, and practical tips for their deployment in real-world scenarios. Stick around as we break down complex examples, share the best practices, and prepare you to confidently utilize estimation functions and sampling in your Snowflake endeavors. Break for transition. Yaqub Abdul Hakim. As we continue our deep dive, let's consider some practical scenarios where estimation functions and sampling could be a game changer. For instance, in marketing analytics, approx, count, distinct can help businesses get a quick overview of their customer base size without expending considerable resources on full counts. Similarly, in financial analysis, using approx percentile can assist in identifying trends and outliers in transaction datasets, helping to streamline operations and focus on areas that need attention. Furthermore, we'll talk about the reliability of these methods. While estimation functions and sampling provide a faster and more efficient way to process data, it's important to understand their limitations and know when a full dataset analysis is necessary. To wrap up, we will go through some examination tips for aspiring Snowflake certification candidates. Understanding the syntax, applications, and limitations of estimation functions and sampling is essential. Practice using these functions in various contexts and datasets to build familiarity and proficiency. Outro music fades in. Yaqub Abdul Hakim. That wraps up episode 70 on estimation functions and sampling in Snowflake. Remember, the key to mastery is understanding and practice. Dive into these functions, experiment with different sampling methods, and you'll be well on your way to success in your Snowflake certification exam. I'm Yaqub Abdul Hakim, thanking you for tuning in. Join us again for more in-depth discussions designed to help you become a certified Snowflake genius. Until next time, keep analyzing and stay brilliant. Outro music fades out.